So it is finally here. Finally, with 11 years of build-up, with 1 year after since the Infinity War and that cliffhanger opening, it is finally here. Avengers Endgame is here, and oh my goodly moogly, is this movie? Ugh, wow. But is it any good? Well, that's what I'm going to here to answer that question for today. So, let's talk about Avengers Endgame.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Let's talk about it. This movie is incredible. There's something about Endgame that's so special and so crazy and so just insane that this film is actually here. But also, this is one of the most hardest films to ever talk about in a non-spoiler review because the trailers show nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if I talk about something that's not in the trailers, they'll be considered a spoiler. But I'm going to try my best because this is a non-spoiler review. There will be a spoiler review coming out soon, but this is going to be the non-spoiler review. So what can I even talk about? Well, I guess I can talk about the cast first. Chris Evans kills it as Captain America. This might be the best Captain America of the performance from Chris Evans as the Captain America. Because yes, he was great in Civil War, and in Infinity War he was more sidelined. But in this film, this is a whole different kind of just amazing because Captain America is a soldier. He's a person that knows losing exists. But since he became an Avenger, he's never lost before. But in this film, he's a damaged person, and they did lost. And that's like, it changed his character despite his character changed. He's been through so much, and just to see everything is just so heartbreaking, but yet so satisfying to see. And he's fantastic in the action scenes. He's actually really funny, which I did not expect. Usually, Usually, Captain America is not the funny type. Usually, he's just, this intense soldier that wants to get the job done and maybe makes a few jokes. But no, he was really funny in this film. And I really feel like that kind of gave Chris Evans as Captain America that levity, where he's not this depressed person that's moaning around roping. He's a person that wants to get revenge on Thanos, but he's also a person that wants to maybe make a couple jokes to make him feel better or make people around him feel a lot better as a person. And as Captain America, and his arc in this film is just fantastic. I was so satisfied of Captain America's arc in this movie because it was an actual magellan real arc in this film. And from the beginning to the end, I really felt like Captain America I really felt like I've seen enough. Not enough, but I really feel like I've seen everything I can of this character and the way they include him. I'm not going to spoil it, so do not worry. This is a non-spoiler review. But I'm just going to say it's fantastic and it's amazing. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, a.k.a. Iron Man, is just mind-blowing. This might be the best performance Robert Downey Jr. has given in any film ever. And he deserves an Oscar. There's rumors around that he is actually supposed to be getting an Oscar, but I really do feel like he's not supposed to, but no one's really supposed to deserve an Oscar. But he deserves that Oscar. Yes, it's just a trophy, and yes, it doesn't really matter, but this would make Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as a person, as an actor, because the Iron Man franchise, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Iron Man franchise and this entire thing really helped Robert Downey Jr. to become a person that was dealing with some things to being one of the most paid actors in Hollywood. And yes, you know Iron Man's no mistakes. He makes jokes. He's a funny person. He wears cool suits. And yes, he does this in this film. But he's lost, like Captain America, but a tad bit more. He faced off Thanos at the end of Infinity War. He feels like it's his fault. And yes, he makes jokes. And yes, he does some cool suits. And yes, he's fantastic in the action scenes. But really is a broken down person. And you see that in this film. When I get to in my spoiler review, there'll be some stuff I want to mention, but just as something I can say in my non-spoiler review, which is this one, is that this is fantastic. It's a powerful, broken down performance that's just amazing, and you can't beat it. It's a performance that is real, it's impactful, and if he does not get an Oscar, there is a problem with the nominees. He really deserves an Oscar. Just for much. Also, Hawkeye, aka Ronan, I was really surprised about. Not gonna spoil anything, obviously, but he has a big role in this film, and there's one scene in particular that's just absolutely just fantastic, and he's just amazing. Thor's also very good in the film. He's funny, of course, as always. He's feeling the exact same guilt. There is a choice they made with Thor. I'm not gonna say what it is because it is a spoiler. I didn't really love that choice they made. Mark Ruffalo as Eric Banner is also very good in this film. Nebula is also very good in this film. She has a lot to do in this film, more than I really expected. But I enjoyed her story, and I really think she kind of felt into that. She really didn't feel like she was added on in the film. She actually actually brought something to the story. Ant-Man's also very funny. He makes a lot of jokes in this film. He's probably one of the most funniest parts of this film. Rocket Raccoon's also very good. He's the only remaining Guardian, and he was just really fun. And I think he really fit the Avengers very well. Black Widow, aka Scarlett Johansson, was very good. I don't know if this is the best performance of Black Widow. I still think I might give that to either Winter Soldier or Civil War or Infinity War, but I really still think she's good in this film. Also, Captain Marvel was actually surprisingly not bad. I didn't hate Captain Marvel's film. I thought it was a pretty fun but kind of forgettable MCU film. But in this film, why she doesn't have a lot to do in this film, I think she did great. In the little moments that she has, she felt in great. I think that if she was in the film a bit more, she would have voiced her welcome. But if I feel like she was in the film a lot less, she would feel like that she wasn't in. And yes, she's a very powerful character, and I can see why they say she's very powerful. Because in Captain Marvel, they don't really show her power in the film because she's kind of learning. But in this film, it's just fantastic, and it's just awesome. But how is the action scenes in this film? The action in this film is just amazing. There's not a lot of it. This is a much more character-driven, funny film. But the action scenes are amazing. The final fight is just... oh my goodness, guys. The final fight, the final battle, the final hour of this film is just amazing. It gives you that, like, there's so many yes moments, but the action scenes is fantastic. They're well shot, they're well edited, they're well acted, they're well choreographed. This is a very intense movie. From the opening scene to the film, and you're so tensed, and it's like, it's just so intense. I was sweating. I was just having anxiety through the entire film. It was just so gripping, intense, but it's also satisfying. The arcs that this film lives you on, and these character arcs, do you feel like, yeah, I really felt like that was good. And there's so many fantastic character arcs and kind of wrapping up their storylines and kind of wrapping up those characters. There's some things I kind of thought they were going to do, and when they did it, it was fantastic. But there's some things I didn't think they would do, and I was not disappointed. Do I have any problems with the film? As I said, maybe a choice they make with Thor I didn't love. It was okay, and I'll talk more about my spoiler review, but I think it was all around an odd thing, but I think it was pretty good. Some of the CGI, why most of it is on point, and I really think this film should get a nomination for effects. I know I'm saying all this stuff a bit early. It's only April, but whatever. But there was some green screen and some shots didn't look on par. But other than that, that's just like a couple minor incidents. And the one with Thor I don't hate, and the CGI didn't bug me that much. This is a fantastic film. It's really well acted, it's funny, it's emotional. It's just everything you want in a film. It's just a film that I've been waiting for such a long time, and to see this film, to see that this has been building up for 11 years, and I've been waiting for it since I got out of Infinity War. So it's like, yeah, this is fantastic. This is such an amazing film. It's a comic book movie. But this film reminds me so much of Logan. Remember Logan? It's not that bloody or that much. That's not what I meant. Not in like the action or the story, but the way he takes his characters. Logan took characters that were in their heyday. They were in their prime. They had so much living for them. And it put them down to a human level, and it really, really, really worked. That film, like Logan, has our heroes that were in their heyday, that were in their prime, and it's taking them down to earth, and I think that's one of the best parts of Infinity War. Yes, you can technically nitpick the heck out of this film, but you can do that with a lot of great films. Avengers Endgame is everything I wanted it to be. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to ask, do you like Infinity War better or Endgame? I've only seen Endgame once, and I've seen Infinity War 7 times, and they're two different films. Infinity War is probably the better superhero film, but Endgame's the better experience. That's all I'm going to say. It's a fantastic film, and I really suggest you check it out. And of course, I'm going to give Avengers Endgame an A+. I know that you're probably thinking, oh, of course he did. He gave Infinity War an A+, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know that's probably a cliche answer, but it's true. I'm not going to lie about my feelings of how I feel about a film. And if you didn't love this film or really didn't like it, that's okay. You have your opinion, I have mine. Both are great. Both are really acceptable. That's what YouTube's all about. It's about making opinions and all. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of Avengers Infinity War. Please, 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 I want to say something before I end this video. This is a non-spoiler review. I will have a spoiler review coming in the coming weeks. But please, please, please do not spoil this film down in the comments for people that haven't seen it. Okay? Okay. You've been warned. You can spoil whatever you want in my spoiler review, which will be coming soon. So please do not spoil anything in the comment section. Be respectful. You can talk about the things that are in the trailers. That's it. Don't even hint at anything. I tried my best not to hint or anything. I tried to talk about things that the trailers already thought. There's a lot I want to talk about, but it's spoilery. So please do not spoil anything in the comment section. Thank you. And as always, guys, if you guys like this video, you can always hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss when I upload another video. And tune in, in a couple weeks, I'll be uploading my Avengers Endgame spoiler review. I have a lot to talk about in this film because there's a lot to spoil in this film. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ta.